Good morning, dreamers. I am doing an impromptu video today. I'm just walking home from dropping my son off from school, and I just want to tell you, it is cold. I know it's like 45 degrees. That's not a big deal to most of you, but for me, it's stinking cold. I don't know if you can see my breath, but I don't want to see my breath anymore. I'm over that. It's not all fun and games when it gets this time of year in Arizona. I mean, look at that. That's fog. If you look behind me, you can't even see the mountains right now, which you usually can see. But I want to talk about what winter is like in the Phoenix Valley. Now, a lot of you I think are under the impression that it's like 80 degrees all winter and you're gonna be jumping in the swimming pool and it's just gonna be, super warm all the time. The pool pretty much dies out as the weather cools down. Some people still like to do it all year round, but when you're here for a while, you tend to become a true Arizonan and you're like, hey, I need it to be like 95, 100 degrees to want to jump in that pool. It is not like Florida. Arizona winters are definitely chillier. So if you have sweaters and you have jackets and hoodies, do not get rid of them. Bring them with you. Now, if you have like parkas and huge heavy coats, and snow boots, you may not need to bring that stuff with you. I don't keep gloves anymore. I've seen some people walking around here with gloves, but I don't want to go that far with it. But it does get chilly, mainly in the mornings. Like I said, it's probably about 47 by now. It can be in the 40s in the winter, and sometimes it drops into the 30s. But that's not like an everyday thing. It's kind of occasional cold spell. And also in the evenings when the sun goes down, the temperature drops. The daytime highs are usually in the 60s. Again, we can go through a cold spell where it can be a high in the 50s, but it's usually in the 60s throughout the winter. But it's still better than anywhere I could be in the Midwest, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. And going back to getting rid of your heavy snow coats and your snow boots, you may want to keep one around just in case you get the urge to go up north and get some snow. Now, hear me out. I know when you first move here, like the first probably year, maybe 2 years, you want nothing to do with snow. Trust me, I was the same way. But after being here for a while and not living that lifestyle, snow becomes kind of a novelty. It's more exciting because you can go up north, you can spend a day or spend a weekend playing in the snow. It's usually sunny, so you don't feel this cold, and then you get to come back home. That's pretty cool. So I wish I still had my snow boots. My husband threw them away. He swears he didn't, but I know he did, and I don't know why he would do such a thing, so I had to buy some more snow boots. But you might want to think about just keeping some cold winter clothing just for those purposes. This is the cloudiest time of year. You don't see as much of the blazing sun all day, every day. It's still quite sunny, but you will see more cloudy days during the winter. But overall, it's pretty pleasant for me. I once you get through the colder mornings and the evenings, the days are actually pretty pleasant, and it makes you want to go out and do things more. I've said this before, 60s does not feel the same here as it does in the Midwest where there's more humidity. It is colder. It feels colder. And I think part of it is that I'm used to being baked in an oven all summer where it's 120 and then the temperature drops to 60, and I just don't know how to process it anymore. You will find that the weather that you used to barbecue in and party in and feel like, wow, this is a really warm day in the Midwest, like the 60s, 50s even the 50s was like considered a nice warm break in the middle of winter. It just is not as warm here. So, as I said, keep your sweaters, keep your jackets. You will find some use for them. Does it snow in the winter in the Phoenix Valley? We get that question asked a lot. Not normally. It's not a common occurrence. And if it does snow, it's usually in the higher elevations near the mountains. And it's going to be flurries usually. So you're not going to be able to, sled and make snowmen out of it. But it's a really, really big deal, a big exciting event when we do hear about some snow flurries anywhere in the Phoenix Valley. But again, it's mostly in the higher elevations. I think last year we had some snow in northern Scottsdale, I think. Winter is totally different in northern Arizona. It snows a lot in Flagstaff. I mean, more snow in Flagstaff than anywhere I've lived in the Midwest. So if you want to get your snowboarding on, you want to ski, play in the snow, you can do that. Prescott gets some snow too. It's not nearly as much as Flagstaff, and it's a milder winter there, but it snows a little bit there too. Tell me, if you're here, what's your favorite thing about winter in Arizona? What do you like to do in the winter? And if you're on your way, what are you most excited about coming to spend the winter in Arizona? I think I can guess what that is. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.
Perfect.